10 interesting facts about Earth. Mother Earth. That bright blue marble has captivated people ever since they first started to walk on it. Why else would it intrigue us? It continues to be the only planet we are aware of where life flourishes, in addition to being our home and the site where life as we know it began. Furthermore, we have learnt a lot about Earth over the last few centuries, which has only increased our curiosity with it. How much does the typical individual actually know about Earth, though? Even if you've spent your entire life on Earth, how much do you actually understand about the planet's surface? Here are 10 more fascinating facts about Earth that you may or may not already know. You probably already know a lot of intriguing information. First, plate tectonics ensure Earth's comfort. Only the planet Earth has plate tectonics in the solar system. In essence, the Earth's crust is divided into sections called tectonic plates. These can interact with one another and are perched on top of the Earth's magma core. One plate will subduct, move below another. When two plates contact, and where they rip apart, another crust will develop. There are several reasons why this technique is crucial. It is essential to the carbon cycle and causes tectonic resurfacing as well as geological activity, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, mountain building, and the creation of oceanic trenches. The ocean's small plants sink to the bottom as they die. The carbon-rich remains of this life are recycled over a very long time period inside the Earth's interior. This removes carbon from the atmosphere, preventing us from experiencing a runaway greenhouse effect as Venus did. Without plate tectonics, the Earth would become hot and hellish since there would be no mechanism to recycle this carbon. 2. The Earth is almost aspherical. The Earth is frequently perceived as being a sphere. In reality, this was the accepted scientific theory from the 6th century BCE till the present. The Earth is truly shaped like a flattened spherical, though, as a result of advancements in astronomy and space exploration, aka an oblate spheroid. This form resembles a sphere but with flattened poles and a bulging equator. The rotation of our planet is to blame for the Earth's bulge in this instance. This indicates that the distance between the poles is approximately 43 kilometers smaller than the diameter of Earth at the equator. Although Mount Everest is the highest peak on Earth, Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador is the landmark that is furthest distant from the planet's center. 3. Iron, oxygen, and silicon make up the majority of the composition of the Earth. 32.1% of the planet is made of iron, 30.1% of oxygen, 15.1% of silicon, and 13.9% of magnesium. Of course, the majority of this iron is really found at the Earth's core. It would be 88% iron if you could really descend and sample the core. And you would discover that 47% of the Earth's crust contains oxygen if you took a sample. 4. Water covers 70% of the Earth's surface. Astronauts first glanced back at Earth with human eyes when they first entered space. Their findings led to the Earth earning the moniker, Blue Planet. Given that the seas encompass 70% of our world, this is not surprising. The solid crust that is positioned above sea level makes up the remaining 30%, which is why it is referred to as the continental crust. 5. The atmosphere of the Earth 10,000 kilometers of distance is covered. The Earth's atmosphere is thickest during the first 50 kilometers or so from the surface, although it extends out into space for around 10,000 kilometers. The troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere are its 5 principal layers. As one ascends higher into the sky and moves away from the surface, air pressure and density often drop. Near the surface of the Earth, the majority of the atmosphere is located. In actuality, the first 11 kilometers above the planet's surface comprise 75% of the atmosphere. The greatest layer is the exosphere, which starts at the exobase at the top of the thermosphere at a height of around 700 kilometers above sea level and extends to a distance of about 10,000 kilometers, 6,200 miles. Exosphere and empty vacuum in outer space, where there is no atmosphere, converge. The exosphere is mostly made up of heavier molecules including nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide as well as hydrogen and helium, both of which have extremely low densities. The exosphere no longer functions like a gas because the atoms and molecules are so widely apart, and particles are continually escaping into space. These free-moving particles travel in and out of the magnetosphere on ballistic trajectories and may also move with the solar wind. 6. A magnetic field is produced by the molten iron core of the Earth. With poles at the top and bottom that are close to the real geographic poles, the Earth is like a giant magnet. The magnetosphere is an area formed by the magnetic field it generates that extends hundreds of kilometers from the Earth's surface. Scientists believe that the molten outer core of the Earth, where heat causes convection movements of conducting elements to produce electric currents, is the source of this magnetic field. Enjoy the magnetosphere and be thankful. Without it, solar wind particles would directly impact the Earth, exposing the planet's surface to high radiation levels. Instead of harming us, the magnetosphere guides the solar wind around the planet. Additionally, it has been proposed by scientists that Mars-thin atmosphere results from a weaker magnetosphere than that of Earth, which allowed solar wind to gradually take it away. 7. The Earth rotates on its axis in less than 24 hours. Astronomers refer to this period of time as a sidereal day because it takes the Earth 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds to circle once entirely around its axis. What does that mean exactly? Doesn't it imply that a day is 4 minutes shorter than we believe it to be? You could assume that as time passes, day by day, darkness will eventually become day and vice versa. However, keep in mind that the Earth revolves around the Sun. The Sun travels by around 1 degree every day in relation to the background stars, which is roughly the size of the Moon in the sky. Due to the Earth's orbit around the Sun, we can observe a small amount of motion from it. If you add this to the Earth's rotation on its axis, you get a total of 24 hours. A solar day is defined as the length of time it takes the Sun to return to the same location in the sky, as opposed to a sidereal day. Knowing the difference between the two entails understanding how long it takes for the Sun to rise and set once, as well as how long it takes for the stars to appear at the same location in the sky. 8. On Earth, a year is really 365.2564 days long rather than 365. This extra 0.2564 day is what drives the requirement for a leap year, which occurs once every 4 years. We add an extra day to February every 4 years because of this 2004, 2008, 2012, etc. With the exception of years that are divisible by 100, 1900, 2100, etc., this rule does not apply to them, 1600, 2000, etc. 9. The Earth has one moon and 2 satellites in co-orbit. You probably already know that Earth has one moon, aka the Moon. We won't go into much into there because there is a lot that is known about this body and we have written several articles on it. But did you know that there are 2 more asteroids orbiting in tandem with Earth? These 2 asteroids, named as 3753 Kruitne and 2002 AA29, are a member of a larger group of asteroids known as near-Earth objects, NEOs. Asteroid 3753 Kruitne, which is also known as Earth's second moon, is 5 kilometers wide. It has a coordinated orbit with Earth but does not really orbit it. It also has an orbit that gives the impression that it is moving in the same direction as the Earth, but it is actually traveling in a different direction around the Sun. In contrast, 2002 AA29, which is just 60 meters across and orbits the Earth in a horseshoe shape, passes within 95 years of the planet. It will seem to circle Earth in a resemblance of a satellite orbit in around 600 years. It may be an excellent target for a space exploration expedition, according to scientists. 10. Only Earth is known to have life. Mars formerly had organic molecules and water, and Titan, a moon of Saturn, also had the building elements for life. In deep space nebulae, amino acids can be seen. Additionally, researchers have made assumptions regarding the potential for life to live underneath the ice surfaces of Titan and Europa, moons of Saturn. However, only Earth has really been found to have life. However, scientists are developing the experiments that will help locate out if there is life on other worlds. The Nexus for Exoplanet System Science, NEXSS, for instance, was newly established by NASA and will spend the ensuing years searching through the data returned by the Kepler Satellite Telescope and other missions that have not yet been launched, for indications of life on extrasolar planets. Currently, enormous radio dishes are scanning distant stars in search of the telltale signs of sentient life stretching out into interstellar space. And more recent space observatories, including the James Webb Telescope from NASA, the Transients Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS, and the Darwin Project from the European Space Agency, may just have the potential to detect the presence of life on distant planets. However, as far as we are aware, life only exists on Earth at this time. What an intriguing fact, right? Here on Universe Today, we've posted a lot of fascinating articles on the planet Earth. What is the highest place on Earth, is located here? What is the closest planet to Earth? What is the size of the Earth? And what is the temperature of the Earth's surface? And the Earth's rotation? There are other entries regarding the Earth's rotational speed and the star that is nearest to Earth. Visit NASA's Solar System Exploration Guide on Earth for further information if you're interested in Earth. A link to the NASA Earth Observatory is provided below.